Hello everyone, welcome to another Power BI tutorial by Team Slidescope. In this part, you are learning how to create this simple exploratory analysis dashboard to analyze data of 500 richest businessmen in the world. And here you can see we have built a simple type of charts here like total net worth of these billionaires, average net worth, largest daily gain, largest daily loss, top 15 countries by net worth, and count of billionaires in them or count of richest businessmen in them. We have top 10 billionaires by net worth, sum of net worth by industry. We can see technology is the dominant industry here. You can use these filters to see the data industry wise. For example, in real estate and retail sector, let's say you want to analyze, so you will see uh, United States, Hong Kong, Spain, etc. there. If for example you include healthcare also, you will see India at the second place, and you will see name of different people here. So this is something that we are going to learn, how to create these filters, how to create this simple dashboard to analyze the data. Now let's get started. So the data set that we are using in this project is the 500 richest businessman in the world data set, and you can see from Bloomberg Billionaire Index, where you can view profile for each of world 500 richest people, and this data is updated as of December 12, 2024. And here we have columns like rank, name, total net worth, last change, year to date change, etc. So we also have industry. So now we can download this data set and use it in any analysis tool. So let's get started with it. To start creating the dashboard with Power BI, first we will get the data set. So since the data set is in CSV format, we will use text CSV connector here, and we will simply connect the CSV file. Once the CSV file is loaded, make sure all the columns and their respective values are properly loaded here, and then you can load the data. Once it is loaded, we can rename the data set to a short name or a shorter name like top 500 something, so that whenever we have to use the table name in DAX expressions, it will be easier to use this. After this, we will simply go to view and select a background color for our chart. You can select any other type of background here, or you can import from any other Power BI themes. Now in this background, the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to add a heading here. So for adding a heading, you have to add a text box. I'll simply use the heading as top 500 richest richest businessman in the world, EDA. And here we will simply align it to center and make it 28 size. Font size will be 28, and we will adjust it in full width. If you want to keep any other font here, font family, so you can also select that. So let's say we go with consolas font family, and here we will select the color which is given in theme. So whenever you will select this, you will get this color palette in different visuals also, which you can use, and it can go with this particular chart. Here we will go to effect, enable a little shadow here. Shadow color we will choose somewhere like this. Now we will start building some visuals. So first we will start creating some KPIs, as we mostly do, and these KPIs will help us in understanding a lot more about the data that we have. And first, in order to do that, let's say we have, so we have to see total combined net worth. So total net worth of each individual is given here, you know, but we can also see total combined net worth of these 500 billionaires that we have. So it is 10.1 billion, you can see. Here the aggregate that is used is first. Okay, it is showing first. So we have to show sum because it cannot be only 10 billion, right? And the reason for that will be because the total net worth is given as a text. Okay, because we have 447b etc. So first thing that we have to do is we have to change this to a number. Now there are multiple ways of doing this type of cleaning, but first we will go to transform data, and in transform data I will simply duplicate the column. Before making any changes, I make sure we do it in a duplicate column, and I will simply rename it as net worth in billion or whatever you want to write, and we can write it in bracket net worth billion. Now we can go and change type. So here we can change the type to decimal number or whole number. Let's say what if we do decimal? We are getting an error. Now before doing that, we will simply go and replace values. So it is asking value to find and what to replace with. First of all, I will replace dollar, or let's try to keep dollar but replace b with nothing. So here now we have the dollar value. So now you can remove dollar sign also from here, which will be a easier thing. But first we will close and apply. I'm just trying one more thing here. Now once we have the total net worth billion here, so here format text is given and data category is given. So nothing is available in the data category also, and we don't have this available as well. So we have to go again. Sometimes the currency option is available there. Now we will, what we will simply do, we'll again replace. Okay, and this time we will replace dollar sign. There are more efficient ways of doing this, but as a beginner you can always try this. And now you can see net worth billion is there. Okay, and we have to make sure that its data type is a number. So it is still ABC. We will change type to a decimal number. Now it is changed to a number without any error. So we had to do back and forth, but obviously while watching the tutorial you can easily do it on your own. And now you can see this display the value as a currency. So this is available, and now we will replace this and add our new column which is net worth billion, and this is now showing 10.05k, which is net worth in billion, not for one person, and it is showing sum of. So we'll rename for this visual as total net worth in billion, and we will go and in call out value we will just reduce its size to 35. Font color, we will use some other colors, not just the black color that we use mostly. And here also we will make it bold and choose a color from theme palette, so that we have this option and we can reduce its size. So this is total net worth in billion of all the people combined here, or of all the richest individuals combined here. When we are analyzing this type of data, we can also see average net worth. Okay, so here since we have calculated this, so we can also use average here. So on an average you can see net worth of in billions of each individual. Here we are seeing 5 decimal places, so we can go to call out value, and in decimal places we can use 2 decimal places, and we can also go to rename this visual and we will say average of net worth in billion, and we can also remove average of. So average is sufficient. So now we are seeing total net worth and average net worth. When we will add some filters here, for example, country region is a categorical column, name is a categorical column, industry is a categorical column, right? So let's try to add some filters here. So we will add the filters here. So just see this red guideline so that we are using the same height and this, right? So this way we will add, first of all, add the country field as a filter here, and then here we are going to change it to its property as a drop down list, because then we can add more filters here easily. And before copying it, we will make some changes. For example, we can increase the size, font size of values. So let's say we have increased it to 12 or 15 pixel, and color we can choose somewhere this green color. We also have slicer header which we can make bold, and you can do one more thing. If you don't want to display slicer header, you can disable it. You can enable a title, and this is country slash region. Okay, what is the benefit here? Here we can increase its size, make it bold, align it in center. This type of things can be done with this title, right? So we can use a blue color. So this is country region. And one more thing, we can go to effect, enable shadow. In visual border we will use the blue border, and we will use 12 pixel, so it will give us the border, and it will also give us the radius, so it will be like a curved rectangular shape. Okay, so you can see. And when you are enabling the shadow, so in shadow we can use a lighter shade color so that it is properly visible. Similarly, we will copy it and copy it one more time so that we can include the categorical value. So we have country region, we can also include industry, okay, and we can also include name. So let's include name, and we will change the titles because this is industry. So we will simply go to title and change it to industry, and here we will just use name. Okay, and for example we want to see for Adam, or let's say we want to see any other NDB. Okay. So this way you will be able to see, you can select them by holding control or command, so you can select multiple values. There is one more thing that we have to do here. In selection we can enable select all. So once you are done, you can go and select all of them. Since we have space, we can increase the size so that we have more space here. Obviously formatting is something that takes a lot of time and patience, so you can do it as per your creativity, but I am just giving you some ideas here. So in terms of net worth, technology is the industry with highest value, and we can copy it, format painter and format it here. So when you will do that, you will see we have enabled the data labels also. Okay, and those data labels you can see here, 3.14K, 0.09. In your data labels, because it is on, you are seeing those values. We can reduce their values to 12 pixel so that we can see those data labels as well. This is sum of net worth in billion by industry. And let's say we want to include more things here as country or region, so we can bring in details. So what it has done is it has grouped the data, and you can see this all green here is technology, where you have US, China, India, you know, Australia, and so on. So this way it is organizing them. These small blocks that you are seeing are different countries. So if you want to have more details in your data, you can add label. Otherwise, if you want to make it clean, you can do it like this. Like this is sum of net worth by industry, and you can see, for example, uh, if we select country here like Argentina. So in Argentina, you can see technology. Australia, we have commodities, technology, real estate. In Austria, Brazil, I will also see in India. So in India, you can see industrial sector is there with highest value. Then we have energy sector, then healthcare, and so on. Commodities. So India has diversity here. So this is something that you can check. Obviously, in US also we will see many industries, right? But here also technology has a very big area. So on it's on the basis of its area size also you can recognize that. So here also I will simply enable select all, and now this is our data. This is a very simple basic dashboard that you can create to learn how to create exploratory analysis dashboards, how to see effect of different type of categorical features on numerical values, how to use different type of charts. And if you want, we can also do top 10 here as well. This is optional, but we will simply use in country. We will use top 10, and by value we will add net worth, apply. Now there is one more thing. Obviously the difference is huge here. That's why most of this area is looking plain. So we can also enable logarithmic range here. Obviously it will not change the numbers, but obviously as per logarithmic scale you will be able to see the value. This is optional, but you can do this thing also. And here you can give, for example, we have used 10 here, right? So we can also use 15. So this will be top 15, and that's why we can simply go and say top 15 countries by net worth and count of billionaires. So if you learned something from this video, please like this video, subscribe to our channel. If you have any doubts, you can ask them in the comment section below. We'll be happy to answer you. And if you have any other suggestions, please let us know. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day. Now we can also find out largest gain and loss. And for example, we have last change and YTD change. We have values like this given. In this case also, it is not being read as a number. So what we have to do, we again have to go to transform tab, and we have to do the same thing as we did earlier. So let's say last change, we will duplicate this column, and you can also replace the original column, replace the same setting in original column, but we are just using it for difference here. So we will simply call it last change. So we are just keeping it so that if something goes wrong, we have the original column. And here we can see, first of all we will replace values. So values to find will be plus dollar. So we will replace it with blank, and now we will again go to replace values, and we have B. So it is removed. Okay. In some cases we can also see M. So we will replace values and do M. Now let's see what we have here. Now in some cases we also have minus dollar. So what, because all these numbers are positive, so while replacing minus dollar, so what we are going to do, we are only going to remove dollar, right? This way minus sign will be there, so we'll replace with nothing. So you can see minus sign is there, and now we can see we almost have all correct values. And now we will simply go here and change type to uh, decimal number or fixed decimal number. Okay, we can see it is changed, but seems like there is some error. We'll check later. For example, here we have error, so k is given, for example. Okay, we missed this thing, so we will again close this last chain, and before making the change type, we will also replace k. So we will find out k replaced with blank. Okay, now we will try this once more. Change type to fixed decimal number. We still have some error. Let's see what the issue is. It is in a small k, maybe that's why. So we will again go back. So after replacing a small k, maybe it was case sensitive. Now this is done. Okay, and now we have simply changed this type to fixed decimal number. You can also change it to decimal number, whatever you feel you can select, and then you can close and apply. Similarly, you can also do it for YTD change also, but I'm just showing you how can you do it. And here we can view the minimum and maximum last change, right? So let's say we have to show it in one card, so we can also use a multi-row card here. Okay, let's say we keep a multi-row card like this, and in multi-row card we will drag the field last change, and let's say we select the, so here you can see it is still showing us first name, because we have to select this column which is sigma here, right, which we just created, and here it will show us minimum maximum. So let's say this is maximum of last change, positive, and similarly we will drag it once again, and here we will use minimum, right? So this way you will see information of maximum and minimum of last change. We can also increase the font size, etc. So for example, call out values we can increase. First of all, we'll copy some formatting here, and then we'll make the values bold. We can increase the value size. We can change the color, and let's change it to something like this. So this is maximum of last chain, this is minimum of last chain. And we can also add simple effect here. So shadow, border color, etc. And as you have done for, you know, as you have done for your minimum and maximum last chain, you can also do it similarly for other things like YTD change also. So I will just increase the value size so that it appears properly. So we have this, and I will just make some space here. Now we have total net worth, average net worth in billions, and after doing some cleaning in the column, maximum of last chain and minimum. We can create two columns like this, but I am showing you use of multi-row card here. And we are calling it maximum of last chain. So we can also call it largest daily gain. Okay, and we can call it largest daily loss. Similarly, you can also calculate largest yearly gain and largest yearly loss. Now we can also see number of billionaires by region or country that we have, right? So we will simply use that. First of all, we will adjust it. Because I want to increase the font size of our heading a little bit, so we have space here, and let's say I will use 32 here. Okay, now to see number of billionaires by region, we don't have any column which represent each person, but we do have rank, right? So here you can see rank from rank 1 to 500. So first thing that we can do, we can simply use count of rank because rank is a unique number here, and we will use a bar chart. Okay, so we will use a stacked column chart, for example, and here in a stacked column chart we are going to create number of billionaires by region. So on x-axis we will include the country or region that is given, and on y-axis we will bring rank, and actually we are going to use count of it. Okay, so you can see in this case in United States we have most number of billionaires, and then we have China, then India, then Russian Federation, Germany, etc. So this is as per this data, and we will simply use format painter to use some shadow, etc. here as well. One more thing I want to do, we will enable a shadow here, and I want to use this color for shadow. It's totally your choice whether you want to use it or not, but I'm just using it to see. And here obviously you have information here, and this is count. So we are doing it by count of the users, right? Now we can also, because it's a stacked column chart, if suppose we want to show more data here, more fields here, okay, let's say we bring a clustered column chart. So here we have count of rank, okay, we can also bring net worth, okay, for example like this. So you can see net worth by billion, and in this case you will see a simple issue here, because count of rank and sum of net worth have different units. Count is just a quantity, and sum of net worth is in billion, is in dollars, right? So when you have two different values of two different units, so we can use a line and a stacked column chart pair. So here, for example, for count of rank we are using column y axis, and for net worth we can use line y axis. So you will see this line. Okay, you can reverse these roles as well. So for example, you can bring sum of net worth here and count in the line axis. This is what you can do. So this way you will be able to see two different values, right? So you can see, for example, in Russia you can see count is more but total net worth is less, right? And here France, etc., you will see how the trend is going. So this is a simple example, and we can change the arrangement like this. And for example, obviously countries, and let's say industry wise, in commodities we have to see. So in commodities you can see India is on top here. In consumer, France is top. In diversified, again US back. So you can see industry wise, they say real estate, US, Hong Kong, India, etc. are there. And here also we can select this filter and enable the selection. So we will enable select all. This is very important field for us, industry wise filtering of data. So for example, I have selected healthcare, and then when you will select that, you will also see different billionaire names here, right? Now let's say we have to find out top 10 billionaires by net worth. So in order to keep or create top 10, we can again use a simple stack column chart or clustered column chart, any one of them. And here, first of all, we'll use the same formatting. First of all, we can, before doing that, this is total net worth, billion, and count of billionaires or whatever we want to use here by country region, and we will use the font color like this, make it bold, align it to center and increase its size a little. Now we will simply copy it. So its styling is copied, and now I will use only clustered one. And in clustered I will first of all remove count of rank, and this is country region. So instead of country region I will bring the name of billionaires. So you can see we have names here like Thomas Frist, Dilip Sangvi, and this is sum of net worth. And the only reason we are not seeing rank 1 Elon Musk here because industry filter is applied. So we will again apply the industry filter here or deselect the filter, and here you can see we have Elon Musk's name. And if you have to find out top 10 of something, so what you can do, you can click on it, and here name is all. So we will do basic filtering and use top n, and let's say top 10. Okay, and we will use net worth sum here. By in value we will use by sum of net worth. So what we are doing is we are select top 10 names from data, and we are ordering by their sum of net worth, descending order. So we will apply this, and now we can see this. In this chart we can go and enable data labels so that we can see those values here as well. Okay, and obviously let's say you want to see by industry. So industry wise it will change. For example, we saw, let's say we unselect all, industry wise we select for example healthcare. So now you will see Thomas Faced, Dilip Sangvi, etc. In financial sector you will see China, Changpeng Zhao is there, and you can see here United States is way ahead than any other in case of finance. So you will see country wise information as well on the basis of industry. Let's say in services. So in services you can see US, France, and Switzerland, Norway. These are the top countries, right? And Philippines is also there, 1%. So this way you can analyze or explore the data further, and we can use the same heading, top 10. So we have simply used top 10 billionaires by net worth. Now let's say we want to see both category wise and region wise effect. We want to see category wise and region wise you know net worth. So we have a space here, so I will just create this space and use a tree map here, and I will increase its width here. Now what we are trying to do here is we have category, so we can use industry as a category here, and we have values, so we can use net worth as values here. Okay, so first thing is, if you will do this, you will see that technology is the industry which is highest here, right? So obviously net worth wise